In this video tutorial, I want to show you how to set up and configure the advanced search feature within the Premium Press theme. So let's begin. To access this page, simply log into the admin area of your WordPress website, and under the left hand side theme setup menu option, click on search setup. And here you configure the options available for your advanced search. Now before we go ahead and start adding and deleting fields, let me show you where the advanced search options are displayed. If I go to our main website and show you here on this example page, we have the advanced search on the left hand side as a widget, and then on the right hand side using a shortcode. So the advanced search can be displayed on both the widgets on the columns and within a shortcode in the main content of your website. We go to the admin area of your WordPress website. You can add and adjust widgets under Appearance, Widgets. On the left column and the right column, widgets can be both added and removed simply by clicking on the options to delete. And then to add, you simply drag over the widget to the appropriate column. Once you're happy with it, simply click Save. With adding content to the main body of the page, so for this example we're using a shortcode in the main body, we simply edit or create new pages and use the advanced search inside the brackets to display the advanced search feature within a shortcode. Okay, so let's create and set up a couple of new fields to show you how it works. I'll go ahead and remove some of these example fields. If we delete all of the existing fields, the system will reinstall the default option, which is the advanced keyword search. So let's begin configuring our advanced search fields. The first option we have is obviously this keyword search, and for the options available for this one, we have the label and display on the home page. So a label is simply a caption, so here we can enter a keyword as a caption, and we can decide if we want to display it on the home page or not. The next one down is custom field, and to add a new custom field we simply select add new field, and the second one down is custom field. Custom fields allow you to search through any of the custom fields that you create yourself or in the admin area of your WordPress website, and the options here can be seen by clicking on the plus sign, or we can remove the field should we wish to using the remove field option. I'll demonstrate in a moment how to create and customize custom fields so that you can search your website using fields that you've created. The next one down is taxonomy, and to add a new taxonomy field, again we click on add new field, taxonomy field. To view its options we use the plus icon, and we can then go ahead and start configuring the search options for our new taxonomy. And finally we have a heading or a separator field, and this allows you to group fields together. To do this, you would simply drag the option above any of the additional fields, and any of those fields below this heading will be grouped together within that heading. So for example, if I push this heading category above the phone and category taxonomy, and I just give it an example name, heading 1, click Save, and I go to our advanced search and refresh. You can see then on the left hand side, if we look at the widget version, we have the keyword, which is the keyword field at the top. We then have this heading and two fields. The heading refers to this section here where it's got the drop down, and as you can see when we click the drop down we now have these two fields. And what this does, it allows you to create large numbers of fields and group them together to make it look less messy on your actual website, so the user can select a heading and then search those fields. So let's go ahead and start creating new fields and then searching those on our website. So firstly, let me remove all of the ones apart from the main keyword search and click Save Settings. And if I go to our website and just give it a search, you can check what listings we have. So we have this example listing 1 and example listing 2. I go back to our search page a moment ago and we type in refresh. And we type in example. We can see now it's got all of the example listings. And that's because the search box here is searching through the example listing title and the content, and it's found matches for both title and or content. For example, if I change this to example 9 and change the search, as you can see now it's only found one, because it's found example number 9 in the actual title of this listing. Again, if I change this to 6, it has found one result, for example 6, because it's found example in the title and the number 6. So now if we want to look at this listing, let's have a look what details we have available. We can see it has a phone number. So if we want to extend our advanced search field to allow the user to also search for phone number, we can go ahead and start creating a custom field search. To do this, again in the admin area under theme setup, go to search setup, and this time we add a new field called custom field. Under custom field options, we start configuring it. So we have a title or a caption, search for phone. Next we select the field that we are searching. So we look down our list of options and find the phone option. We can give it help text. So this is the user phone field. We choose which field type we wish to display. So how will we display on our website? Do we want a text, which is an input box, a selection box, a multiple selection box, etc, etc. And this, on the one underneath, we have data stored as, which is basically telling the database how we search through this field. If, for example, the data is stored as a date, we would select the date option. Or if, for example, it's a price value field, it's stored as a numeric value. And the next one down is how we wish to return the results. So do we want to match the results, the query that the user inputs directly? So it has to be equal to the value. Can it be in the value, less than the value, greater than the value, etc, etc. And finally, we have the option to turn on and off the display for the home page. So let's go ahead and save this field. If we refresh our page, as you can see on the right, our advanced search widget has now extended an additional field called keyword and search phone. So if we go ahead and just memorize that this phone number has 1123444555666. If we go ahead and search everything first, just by clicking search all, we can get all the results. And now instead of using the keyword search, I'm going to enter the phone number 444. As you can see now, we have no results because we've done exact match on the phone search results. Under the return results must equal a search query. So what it's saying is that the input I've added 444 has not exactly matched the result of the phone number. If for example, if I go ahead and copy this phone number and enter and then click search, as you can see now it's found all of the matches for this phone number, and as I have added this phone number to all of the listings, it's returned all of the listings. If for example I edit the listing and change this phone number, so the last 3 or 4 777, click on update, go back to our website, and using the advanced search, this time I enter the new phone number and click search. It's going to return only that specific one because that is exactly matched the phone number I've added here. Now if we change the query slightly, so if we go back to the advanced search setup tab, and this time instead of using the return values must equal the search query, if we use the option like will basically mean it will find a match for the string or the input value, say within any of the custom field. So in this case, if I simply use 777, it's going to return only that one match results. But if I use 123, it should return all of the results, because you'll notice 123 is within all of the results. And as you can see, it has done. It's found all 9 results. Well, that's a quick example of what this return values must option uses. And again, you can use greater than or equal to, when you're using values such as price, currency values, etc. You can use the query in or not in to find negative values, so if you don't want it to be returned, so return everything but, and so on. Now again, if we have a look at the field type, now the field type is the actual display field. So in this case we have a input box, which is a text box. If I change this from a text box to a selection option and click Save Changes, it's going to now show me the option to add my selected values. Now if I leave this blank, it will take in all of the options that are available in this field. So if I refresh, you can see now that it's put in all of the default values that a user has added to this option. So I can now select the phone number instead of having to search for it manually or entering a value manually. If I go ahead and check it again, we have a multiple selection. So if I click Save, view the options, give it a refresh, I can now select one or more of the phone numbers that is available. So that gives me the option to either select just this one. It's found 8 results, and if I hold down my Alt key and select 2, I now have both results, so I have 9 results. So that's just an example of using the different field type values. Again, the text, the caption text just goes under the field, and the search field itself is the actual custom field in your database. So let me give you an example and show you how to create your very own custom field within your Premium Press theme. And then what we'll do is we'll use that custom field in our advanced search tool, so you can then search through the information that your users enter into that custom field. So for this example, we'll use age. We'll first create a custom field for age, which will allow the user to input their age, and then we'll add age to our advanced search tool so that you can search your listings via the age field. So first things first, we'll create the new custom field, and we can do that in the listing in the admin area under theme setup, and we'll click on listing setup. And here you can see at the top we have this custom field option. So here we can go ahead and create a new custom field for age. We'll just fill in the details. I'll give it a database name for database key for age, so that we know obviously what we've referred it to. The input type will allow users to enter the age, so we'll use it as the field type is input type, input field, and it doesn't matter about the rest. We're just demonstrating here, so we'll just leave it as it is. So click Save. As you can see now under the custom fields list, we have this new field called age, and with the database key age. And the database key is quite important because obviously later on when we need to call up our age field, we need to know what's the database key we've used to store this field as. Now, if I went ahead and clicked on the the theme setup, search setup, and directly added an age field here, the age wouldn't appear in the drop-down box for search field because there is no data in the database currently stored for that age field. So you must add a value, at least one value, before it can be seen in the advanced search tools option here. So to do that, we can go to the listing manager. We can create a new listing, or we can edit an existing listing. You can scroll down and you can see obviously our new custom field is here, age, and we can just give it an example. So we'll give this age of 50. Click Save. So now what we've done is saved a value for our age. If we go back to our theme setup, search setup, and if we just create a new custom field, and we'll give it the name age. When we check this search field option and type in age, you can see there is now an age option here to search through. So now we have this search field for age. We can simply follow the same options as before when we created and showed you how to use a search phone option. Age is a numeric value, so instead of text, data is stored as, instead of text here, we'll select the numeric value. And how we're going to allow users to search? Again, we can either allow people to enter it directly we can use a selection box, multiple selection box, etc. And again, we'll just use this selection box. And what we'll do is an age, because it's numeric, we're going to be searching it for that one specific age. So we're going to use the return values must equal search query and click save. If you can see now on the right hand side, we now have this new field called age, and we have a default value of 50, which is what we entered for that listing. If I then went ahead and added another age to another listing, we'll call this one 25, click save changes, and I refresh the page, you'll notice now that 25 is also added to my age search. So all of the data in the database for that field that I've just created is now automatically updated and added to my advanced search field. So this will allow users to search for the age and find all the listings for that specific age. Obviously, when people are registering, creating new listings on the front end, it will just be displayed just as normal when creating a listing under listing details. So here you can see we have age, so they can input age, phone number, which is another one of the fields we created earlier, and obviously the website link, which is a default one we've added. Now let's go back to the admin area of your Premium Press theme, and I want to show you how to set up the country, state and city options that are built into the Premium Press framework. So if we go back to the search setup options and create a new custom field. Now we're going to create a custom field first for country. I'm going to skip the rest for the moment. I'm going to create another one for state. I'm basically just creating a field and entering a caption. And a last one, we're going to have city. Now I could add again, and then add the final one as well, postcode, just to kind of complete the series. Postal or zip code. And these are the ones that are built in. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 new custom fields here. Now if I just start with a country one, in the option down from display caption we have obviously search field, and this time instead of looking for a custom field that I've created myself, I'm going to use ones in the top, and these ones are pre-populated or built into the theme, so you don't have to do any configuration. All you simply do is decide whether you want to display the full list of countries, because we have all of the countries within the theme itself, or if you want to display only the user list, which is the recommended option. And basically the difference is if you select all countries, all of the countries, there'll be a big long list of countries that users using the advanced search tool can select from, but obviously many of those countries won't have any results, so the user will get frustrated very quickly. So what we do recommend is to use the user list version, and what this means is only countries that have data within your website will be displayed. So we'll start with that one, and all we do is we leave the rest of the information blank. The next one down, we do the same thing again for state. This time you'll notice it says state search is linked or not linked. And what this means is that if the user selects a country, the state search box will automatically update to display any of the states that are available for that country. If you don't link it, it will just display all of the states that are available within your website. So we're going to link them. So we'll just go link and then leave the rest of them blank. And finally with the city, we're going to do the same thing. I'll link it again. There's postal code and zip code. We just simply select because there's nothing to configure for this. And we simply click save changes. Now if I go back to my website and give it a refresh, as you can see now on the right hand side we have our new fields. We have country, state, city and postal code. As you can see at the moment there's no information. We haven't added any map data to our website. So I'm going to show you now how that's added. As a user, when I create or edit a listing, so I'll go ahead and edit this listing, I can select my location for this listing using the listing location option. So if I just simply select a location, say in the middle of France, near Paris, I click on save. Okay, and as you can see now on the right hand side again on our advanced search, if I click on the country, I can see instantly I have this new value for France. So if I click France, I can then select state, and you can see instantly the value has been populated for state. And again for country, city, we have this new value for city. So what happens is every time a user creates a listing on your website and selects their location from the map, it will automatically update the information here and allow the user to search for listings based on the country, the state, the city, and the postcode.